Hey guys, I am the Bronx Hippie, and today I am back with another video in my food forest, and I'm going to be showing you the annual vegetable garden that I have implemented inside of my food forest. I never really grew things like this in my food forest once it became a food forest. I only ever grew tomatoes in here like one time, didn't do too well. A couple peppers, put them in the shade, so they also didn't do too well. So let's see how this goes. Let's see what it's gonna look like. I have a neighbor who keeps cutting the grass and then stopping, so I'm not sure at which part of this video you might hear that. But I completely forgot to mention that this is actually my first time at a Three Sisters garden. I am native, but I am not a northern native, which means I am not native to North America. We didn't do Three Sisters gardening. We gardened in mounds. So what I tried to do is implement a little bit of what we call conucos into my gardening. A conuco is a mound in the Taino language. So I implemented 2 conucos, and then everything else is kind of just like a little bit raised up, but these are conucos. This is my little Three Sisters garden. I have some gates up around. I have the bags of the soil I used around it because I'm trying to kill the weeds. And then I have these covering my new starts. I have this screen covering all of the corn I put in here. What I'm growing right here is pumpkins that have warts on them. These are like a Halloween pumpkin. This is sweet corn I have growing here. And then back here I have green beans. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green beans here. This whole thing is filled with corn. And then if we go this way, I have edible pumpkin. This pumpkin we call it calabaza, and we use this. This is a traditional Taino thing that we have always eaten. I have 3 of them in here. So like I was saying, the bags are like suppressing the weeds on the outside. Once these beds are a little bit more established, I will move the bags. I'm not sure if anybody remembers last year, I had a lot of these type of bags around things over there. As I got mulch and leaves, I put them down and I covered all of the weeds. So let's just see how this goes, but I'm really happy so far. I feel like aesthetically all we see on YouTube is the most perfect looking gardens, but stuff like this is attainable for the everyday person. I don't have like 100,000 subscribers, and I'm not getting a lot of money off of all of my, I'm literally getting no money off of my views. This is something that I do in my, you know, my little paychecks. So to me, this is what I call like real gardening. Of course, that other gardening is beautiful. I want my garden to look just like that at some point when my funds are there. But you know, sometimes when you watch other gardeners, you're just like, wow, like I can't even afford to, like those metal circular growing things now that everybody is using. Can afford those. They're really, really nice. They aesthetically look freaking awesome, and they make your garden above ground. You can make them as big or as small as you want, but I can't afford that right now. So this is what I can afford. This is what I'm to share with you guys, that I found a dewberry somewhere. A dewberry is basically like the blackberry before the blackberry was a blackberry, you know? Like, it is the uncultivated version of like a blackberry. So I found dewberries somewhere in my neighborhood, snagged one, put it here. Heard that it's invasive, but it's okay. Invasive things don't really scare me. As long as you keep and maintain invasive things, they won't become invasive. So just no slacking off. Here is my dewberry. This whole little shebangle right here is my dewberry. I used a plant identifier app to show me what it was, because I looked at it and I could tell that it was something in the ribis family. It was some type of brambling thing. I could just look at the leaves, look at the little spikes on it and tell, because it also is like in the rose family. So it has that little look to it. Identifier said that it was a dewberry, and I didn't know what a dewberry was. So the first thing I did was take me a little piece. But I also made sure, please, when you're out foraging, forage responsibly. Do not take more than what you need. Okay? Guys, so we have their chicken food, some broccoli, a half-eaten plum, and some golden berries. We're gonna get these to the chickens. Alrighty guys, well, their food tray got stuck because that is all wet chicken feed. It got wet when it rained the other day and it was stuck at the bottom, so I just had to put it in there, and I'm letting them eat the mashed up. And they got so many leaves inside of their water. So I broke the broccoli up and they still don't want it. I'm going to see about the golden berries now. What do you guys think about the golden berries? Oh, I figured that was gonna happen. Throw them in there. That is Dottie, that is Rocky, and that is Sorbet. Yes, my son named our chicken Sorbet. And she's named Rocky because she's a bad rock, and she's Dottie because she's a speckled Sussex, and they get a whole bunch of little white dots all over them. I'm expecting for this warty looking pumpkin to like trail through everything and just go whatever way it wants, go this way if it wants, and the corn to just grow as high as it wants. I know the beans are not going to make its way to the corn, and I have everything separated because I don't want my beans trellising up the corn as most people think that it should be. Every time I have seen somebody try to trellis their green beans up their corn, they do it too early, and I wanted to plant everything at the same time. What you're supposed to do is like plant in successions. You plant your corn out first, let the corn get a certain height, then you plant up your beans, so that by the time the corn is already growing and its little frillies are falling and it's pollinating itself, that around that time is when the beans are just starting to grow up it, so that when the corn is like drying on the stalk, the beans are growing up it. So I'm not using this corn as like a drying corn. I'm gonna pull this corn pretty early in the middle of the summer. So yeah, that's why I personally don't plant my bean and my corn together when doing the three sisters method. I just want to state, because I am also Native American, not all Native Americans grow with the three sisters gardening, not even all northern natives, because I know I said it is a northern native thing. I'm not sure which tribes specifically did this, or still do this, because we're not dead, we're still here. It's actually very rude to speak about us in the past tense, like, oh, they used to. Most of us still do these things that you say we used to do. So hope that gave you a little something. But let's count. I have 2, 4, 6, 7. I have 8 warty pumpkins right here. And don't worry, I'm still gonna have pumpkins and green beans and stuff like that planted in the candy cane garden. So put your post notifications on so that you can keep up with all that stuff. And in the candy cane garden house, we actually have an aquarium, not an aquarium, we have a fish tank that is built into the wall. And I'm not sure if anybody's into like ponds or fish or anything like that, but I'm thinking about starting a saltwater fish tank over there. So if you're interested in that, put it in the comments down below. You might like inspire me to really pull through with this. Right now it's just a thought, but I was thinking about starting like a saltwater tank over there. I know I have to get the saltwater stuff and cycle it out first, and then after 2 weeks or something like that, then I can get my my saltwater fish. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. And also, if you guys have watched any of my old live videos, there was a couple times where I walked down by the waterfront that I live next to. I don't know if anybody's into fishing. If you guys want to see me go fishing, go crabbing, let out some, some traps over there and see what we could grab in some New York City water, let me know. I'll even do a catch and cook. But I mean, I live really close to the water because I'm not going to cook over there by the water, because there's no open fires over there. But if you want, we could catch, cook, and eat. Just let me know, guys. I'm not sure what you guys are interested in. I know that you guys like my gardening stuff, so I'm really trying to stay more on brand with that. So just let me know if this is something you're into. Soon I'm gonna start practicing my Taino drum, which is called the Mayawakan, in the garden again. You guys seemed to like that last year, so yeah, I hope that you guys are enjoying. I'm really grateful to all of you guys who keep up with me all the time. I want to say thank you for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time like watching my videos. Pull up to my videos, pull up to my garden. You're a friend of the garden, you're a friend of mine, and I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you have a great growing season, and thanks for watching.